I'm cooking my take on that classic combination of duck with plum sauce. I'm adding some fabulous spices to that sauce, and I'm going to be showing you just how easy it is to cook duck at home. So the first thing I need to do is to just trim these duck breasts. So just take off any excess skin from the outside. And then what we need to do is to just score that skin using the tip of a very sharp knife. Now a good tip is to leave these in the fridge right to the last minute, otherwise it can be quite a fiddly job because the skin warms up a little bit. And exactly the same in the other direction, giving you that lovely crisscross pattern. Turn my pan on a kind of medium heat and do exactly the same with the other duck breast. Now just a little bit of seasoning at this point, salt and a few twists of pepper, and then straight into that pan. Skin side down. Now they're going into a dry pan with no oil, and it's quite a cool pan, so you don't want any kind of vicious sizzle as that goes in. As it comes up to temperature, start hearing them start to sizzle a little bit. Now once those duck breasts are in the pan, don't touch them, don't move them around, just leave them. They're going to cook for probably about 10 to 12 minutes, skin side down, as we render off some of that fat from the skin. What I'm going to do is get rid of this board and wash my hands because I have touched the uncooked duck. So now that the duck breasts are cooking, it's time to start the plum sauce. It's incredibly simple. So in with some plums, which are just quartered and stoned. That's some water. Now the amount of water will vary depending on the plums you've got. Some are much juicier than the others, so just watch that quantity of water. Caster sugar, a little bit of red wine vinegar, and finally the spices. I'm using some cinnamon, black cardamom, which impart this wonderful, almost smoky flavour, and a little bit of paprika. Stir all of those together and turn that on to kind of medium heat until those plums have cooked down. So we're going to drain off some of this fat, and don't throw this away. It's perfect for roasting potatoes, so just keep that in the fridge. Now, we'll just turn over the duck breasts. There we go, that skin's crisped up beautifully. They're going to cook skin side up probably about 2 or 3 minutes, just to get that lovely colour on the underside, and then I'll finish those in the oven. So that plum sauce started bubbling away, exactly what I want. So I can now leave that for a few minutes, which gives me enough time to just put these duck breasts into the oven and finish cooking them. Now just check on my sauce, and that's bubbling away beautifully. I can start smelling all of those fabulous spices, so that's not a million miles off. So the duck breasts have had about 8 to 10 minutes. They just need to sit there and rest. So you can see the plums have broken down completely. We need to strain it to get the cardamom out, to get the cinnamon sticks out. Pour it all in. Try and crush up the cinnamon because you can end up with a bit of bitterness if you do that, so be quite careful at this stage. It's one of those smells that always reminds me of Christmas. I'm just going to put that to one side to let it cool. I tend to serve this sauce a bit cooler than it is now, so it thickens up, becomes a little bit glossy. As that sugar begins to cool down, it becomes lovely and thick. So the duck breasts have now rested for about 7 or 8 minutes. They're ready to carve, so let's have a look at those. That's what you want, that kind of uniformity all the way through. And that's going to be perfect with some winter greens, some sautéed potatoes, and that fabulous plum sauce. Very simple, very delicious. It's my pan-fried duck breast and spiced plum sauce.